Rumors about predictions from time travelers have been circulating online. One of the most intriguing predictions is that a global blackout lasting 5 years will occur in 2025. It's said that this blackout will be triggered by solar activity, causing a complete collapse of Earth's power systems and forcing humanity to revert to a primitive way of living. At the same time, a mysterious radio station appeared in China's coastal areas in 2024, broadcasting a continuous sine wave signal and sudden advertisements for mysterious drugs on the frequency of 15.4 to 12 kHz. These two events seem unrelated, but they have sparked deep thoughts about the future of technology and human intervention. Firstly, is there a connection between the solar activity predicted to cause the blackout and the appearance of the mysterious radio station in 2024? Some analyses suggest that abnormal solar activity could cause a known interference effect on the electromagnetic spectrum, possibly explaining the strange frequency and irregular content of the mysterious radio station. In recent years, there have been numerous claims online from people who assert that they have traveled through time from the future. They reveal many predictions about the future, but these accounts often appear suddenly and disappear just as quickly, making it difficult to discern their truth. However, the time traveler known as 3036 is the only one to have shown his face. In 2020, when the world was still in the grip of the COVID-19 pandemic, a very suspicious man appeared in the United States. When the police questioned him about his identity, they found out his name was Sebastian. However, there was no record of him anywhere. Even more strangely, he had no body hair at all, no hair, eyebrows, beard, or body hair. DNA tests confirmed his identity, but also showed that his body had extremely high levels of nuclear radiation. What was going on? Sebastian described many aspects of the future to prove his identity as a time traveler. For example, he claimed that in the future, the global population would be very small, and basic living supplies would be free for everyone. People's identity information would be stored in chips implanted in their bodies, and buying goods would only require scanning these chips without needing to use money. This shocked everyone. Medical staff conducted X-rays on him and found a chip-like object under the skin of his right hand. Additionally, Sebastian revealed 3 major disasters that would affect the world for 1,000 years. The first was a Third World War, which he said was the reason for his lack of body hair and excessive radiation. This war would involve many devastating weapons, including nuclear ones, and would reduce the global population by 2 billion, forcing survivors to live tens of meters underground. The time traveler predicted a global blackout in 2025 that would last 5 years, drastically lowering the quality of life. Without electricity, electronic devices, lights, air conditioning, and electric vehicles would become useless, forcing humanity to survive using the most primitive methods. Riots and crimes would proliferate, and technology would regress. This blackout, he said, would be caused by solar flares. In 2025, solar activity would peak, and solar storms carrying immense energy would disrupt Earth's magnetic field. The principle behind generators is that they produce electricity through magnetic fields. If the magnetic fields are disrupted, no electricity can be generated. This disaster would cause a global power outage lasting 5 years. This prediction sounds incredible, yet it aligns with forecasts from multiple countries about solar activity. The Sun entered its 25th solar cycle in December 2019, which will peak in 2025, with a high probability of a supersolar flare. If such a flare occurs, It would generate the strongest electromagnetic pulse, reaching Earth in just 15 hours. It can be understood as the sun sneezing, and the high-energy particle it ejects could penetrate Earth's magnetic field, inevitably damaging power systems. Historically, solar flares have caused significant disasters. For example, a super-solar flare in 2012, comparable to the Carrington event of 1815, could have wreaked havoc. That flare easily penetrated Earth's magnetic field, causing a rare global aurora. South America, in particular, was so brightly lit during the night that it was hard to distinguish between night and day. The telegraph industry suffered greatly. Operators were burned while using their equipment, and telegraph machines sparked and failed. If the flare had been slightly stronger, humanity might have faced severe consequences. Is the time traveler's prediction of a global blackout in 2025 true? Sebastian also said that in the future, people would lose their body hair due to pollution and radiation, requiring masks or respirators outdoors and government supplied drinking water. Pollutants would contaminate both air and water. When asked when this would happen, he replied it was already starting. This brings to mind Japan's nuclear wastewater discharge incident. 2024. Tokyo Electric Power Company announced the start of the 6th round of nuclear wastewater discharge from the Fukushima Daiichi plant, continuing until June 4, with about 7,800 tons of nuclear contaminated water being released, significantly impacting the world. Sebastian was the only time traveler to show his face, and his story was widely covered by the media in a documentary in 2020. However, some aspects remain unclear. For instance, he claimed to be from the year 3036, over 1,000 years into the future, yet he spoke the same language as we do. After this footage was released, no one ever saw him again. There were rumors online that he was detained by US authorities and that an unknown male body was later found missing its right hand, leading to speculation that it was Sebastian because only the chip in his right hand could prove his identity. Although some have debunked Sebastian as an actor, these predictions and story still provoke deep thought about the future. On the other hand, the mysterious radio station phenomenon in 2024 has also sparked widespread speculation and suspicion. While the official explanation was a technical testing error, parallels have been drawn to the Soviet UV-B-17 radio incident, where unauthorized signals could appear even under strict control, possibly due to technical faults or deliberate actions. From a time traveler's perspective, if a global blackout does occur in 2025, humanity would have to rely on more primitive survival methods, and the mysterious radio station could symbolize the fragility of modern technological systems. In December 2023, radio enthusiasts accidentally discovered that a mysterious medium-wave radio station signal at 15.4 to 20 Hz could be received at night in China's. The signal consisted of continuous sine waves, and its range extended from Russia's Far East to parts of Southeast Asia. With an unimaginable transmission power, this phenomenon caused a stir among radio enthusiasts, who monitored the signal at night to decipher any hidden messages. On the night of January 20 skies, 2024, an amateur radio enthusiast in Hainan turned on his radio and pressed the auto-tuning button. During the channel scan, the radio locked onto the frequency of 15.4 Suddenly, a strange voice said, "Health hotline of Daiichi Pharmaceutical Group, 4,006,608,718. Then, An advertisement for a mysterious drug called 801 Bio Healing Factor started playing. This unexpected change shocked radio enthusiasts, who conducted various tests. However, a few days later, the strange advertisement never appeared again. Though intermittent whispers could still be heard, investigations began, starting with searching for the Diayushit Pharmaceutical Group, only to find that no such company existed. The National Medical Products Administration had never approved any drug called 801 Biohealing Factor. Some radio enthusiasts called the phone number from the advertisement, and surprisingly, the call connected. However, the call was quickly hung up, and a call back from a number with a Changshu, Jiangsu area code came almost immediately. The caller claimed to be Teacher Zhang from the male health hotline, leading many to lose interest, thinking it was just a scam selling fake drugs. Despite this, some radio enthusiasts continued tracking the suspicious signal to find its source. After all, the sudden appearance of such a widespread signal broadcasting fake drug advertisements in a country with strict radio control like China was almost unimaginable. What secrets lie behind it? What secrets lie behind it? What is the purpose of the mysterious 15.4 to 12 kHz radio signal? In January, radio enthusiasts discovered this signal covering most of China, which turned into interference noise. After broadcasting a fake drug advertisement, a month later, the 15.4 to 12 kHz signal became active again, repeatedly playing Huasha Kala's cover of Lady of Luxury. Was there a hidden message in these Siri broadcasts? A listener in Nanjing made a startling discovery. The 15.4 to 12 kHz signal was particularly strong in Guli Street, Jiangsu. Further investigation revealed that the Jiangsu Broadcasting Corporation's medium and shortwave radio transmission center and transmitter were located there. Thus, the source of the mysterious signal was found. To verify, someone called the transmission station's official number and was told by the staff that 15.4 to 12 kHz was a test frequency for the Jiangsu Broadcasting Transmission Department's transmitter array. Due to operational errors during the signal test, some strange advertisements and program content were accidentally broadcast. Although there was an official explanation, many radio enthusiasts raised new doubts. Firstly, most radio channels are now unprofitable and many have been cancelled, making it unlikely to start a new channel suddenly. If no new channels are being launched, why conduct frequent tests? And why were programs mistakenly broadcast multiple times over several months? These questions remain puzzling. Soon, netizens connected this to a similar case from 60 years ago, the famous Soviet ghost radio, UVB-7 incident. This story began in 1970 when a radio listener accidentally captured a stable 4,625 kHz signal emitting a bell-like sound while tuning equipment. The world was shrouded in the shadow of the Cold War between the US and the Soviet Union. This mysterious radio signal immediately caught the attention of intelligence agencies worldwide. After a series of investigations, the signal source was found near Moscow. Various speculations and rumors began to circulate. Some said it was a Soviet military station transmitting encrypted messages, while others claimed it was part of the nuclear dead-hand control system that would trigger Soviet nuclear retaliation if the signal stopped. These speculations made UVB-7 the ghost radio signal span time and continued broadcasting worldwide, day and night. Could it really be part of the Soviet nuclear control system that would trigger a nuclear reaction if it stopped? However, with the dissolution of the Soviet Union, This mystery seemed to fade. But surprisingly, UVB7 TVS did not stop broadcasting. It continued to haunt the world, like a forgotten ghost. On Christmas Eve 1997, radio enthusiasts first heard voices from this station. And in the following years, people kept hearing strange characters and messages from UVB7 TVS. Sometimes with the buzzing stopping and replaced by knocking and page-turning sounds. In short, this signal aroused even more curiosity. A few years ago, someone abroad hijacked the 4,625 kHz frequency using advanced equipment, then played songs and other entertainment content through UVB7 TVS, even causing a frenzy online. This may prove that UVB7 TVS was not as critical as rumored. Otherwise, these people would not have had the chance to interfere. China's standard radio frequencies are spaced at 5 kHz or 10 kHz intervals, and 15.4 to 12 kHz is a non-standard transmission frequency. People still do not understand why such frequent tests are conducted on this non-standard frequency, especially given the wide coverage of the signal, which can be received across half of China. This does not seem like a simple action. By late March 2024, listeners in the southeastern coastal areas accidentally received another mysterious 12.4 to 12 kHz signal, continuously playing Chinese folk music. This suggests that the mysterious 15.4 to 12 kHz radio station might indeed be just a routine communication test by Wuhan News Radio from Hubei's Canadian city. While internet technology and new media are becoming mainstream and people are gradually forgetting about radio, this seemingly outdated industry still has unique advantages. In emergencies, TV signals and internet connections might be interrupted, but radio can remain a reliable communication tool to continue transmitting information during critical moments. What do you think is the purpose of the sudden appearance of this radio station? Feel free to leave a comment. See you next time.